I only have two words, and it's that heartbreak sucks. And it sucks, it doesn't matter where you are in life right now. If you're young, old, married, single, it doesn't matter if you're broke or rich, in what country you are, what you're doing, it sucks in any single situation. It doesn't even matter if she wasn't actually your girlfriend. I remember that when I was young and I was texting girls and trying to get as much attention as I could from them, I felt my heart broken and still. Imagine that I felt I was in love with a girl, I was really attracted to her, and I was always texting her, going to sleep thinking about her, like writing letters and that kind of shit. And after months of being in this situation, when I had the courage to go and talk to her and ask her for a date or whatever, that's when I realized that she was never into me. Obviously it's not the girl's fault because I was behaving like a loser, but the funny part is that even when I didn't have nothing with that girl, I still felt sad, like something was suddenly lost. Imagine how it was when I was actually in a relationship. And I'm pretty sure that this already happened to you as well, and that you agree with the fact that it sucks, because that's just how it is. Those experiences can crush your soul to very bad levels. And it wasn't until I realized that I could actually do something about it that things started to change. I was going through a heartbreak where I was basically just crying every day in bed, until one day I felt so disgusted of myself. I was looking at me at the mirror, like seeing how skinny I was, how ugly I look, and how red my eyes were from just crying the whole time. I decided that something had to change, and by educating myself and actually putting in practice the things that I learned, I realized that it was in my hands to handle this situation. And one of the mindsets that actually helped me a lot, and I want to share with you, is that do not let her break you for any reason in the world, but especially right now when you're going through that heartbreak. Just don't give up. Don't let her break you. You can repeat this in your head again and again until it actually becomes true, but there's a couple of actions that you have to do in order to have some congruence with this. And the first one is basically what everyone says, but because it's true, is that you have to keep working of yourself. Even if you're feeling like utterly shit, like very sad, like you're just a piece of garbage that is not able to do nothing, you still have to do the stuff. You still have to keep working on yourself, because this cycle of just crying and complaining is not going anywhere. There's not like one day you're just going to feel better out of nowhere. There's no way. It's just going to keep you in that place. But when you keep working on yourself by studying or working out, improving your skills, or whatever it could be in your life right now, those actions are going to compound and you're not feeling that bad eventually. Yes, it feels very painful and feels like it's never going to end, but it actually does after some time, because you keep gathering more and more results. You keep getting experiences from life that actually distract your mind from that breakup. And yes, you're probably going to see here in those actions that you used to do together, and that's going to be painful as fuck, but the more you keep working hard, life is going to improve. Actually, this movie 500 Days of Summer is a very good example of how that happens. Basically, it's the story of boy meets a girl, they break up, and they show this whole process of how the boy is sad for the breakup. But the moment that he actually starts to feel good again is when he just jump out of bed and start to live life again. He started to work on the things that he actually always wanted to work in, and by doing that, life just started to be better and better for him. It's something natural, but it's not going to happen if you don't take action. And in order to take action, you have to sit down for a couple of seconds and think to yourself like, life happens, bro. Like, this is very normal, and you just have to be a man and take the courage to handle it. Bad things happen all the time to everyone, and probably you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I know, but it's very bad and I can handle it, but I just feel so much pain. Like, okay, that's normal, that's how everyone feels. But the difference between a boy and a man is that while the boy just complains about his situation, the man say, okay, life happens, so what? Let's continue, let's keep working hard. Take some responsibility of why this is happening. And if you actually sit down for a couple of minutes to think about it, bro, probably it's your fault, the fact that your heart is broken right now. If a girl cheated on you or something very dark happened, like, okay, fair enough. But even then, if you actually look at it, it's going to be your responsibility in some way. And we want to take responsibility. It's not because I want to blame you because you've been doing bad. It's more because instead of just complaining about the things happening and you think like, all right, I fucked it up in this, I want to do it better the next time. When you actually have that mindset, then you're preparing yourself to be more aware in the future, and life just gets better. Like, from this experience, you're actually improving your life to a next level. You're actually moving forward. Even when a girl cheats, there's a couple of reasons why it can be your responsibility. Like, did you actually pay attention to the red flags that she showed before? Did you have standards to choose that girl? Were you being an ass all the time with her? Were you paying her attention? Were you actually good at sex or just being average? In order to understand what things went bad, you can just sit down for a couple of minutes, like just grab a pen and a piece of paper or whatever you want, and start to think to yourself like, why this happened, what went wrong, and especially what are the things that I did wrong that lead to this situation. By answering those questions, you're probably gonna find out of a couple of things, and literally sit down and really think about it. Don't say just like, nah, I haven't did nothing wrong. Like 99% of the time, there's at least one thing where you fuck it up. Write about it, And really think about that one thing. Once you have done this practice, it's going to be more obvious for you why things didn't work. And the main reason is going to be because she wasn't your ideal woman. Because if she would, you guys would be together right now. And she wasn't your ideal woman also because you weren't that ideal man yet. Basically, you weren't that kind of man that's going to be able to attract the girl that you want to be for a very long time. So for now on, just have this mindset that, alright, I have to become a better man. I have to become the ideal man. So the day that the girl of my dreams pass in front of me, I'm not going to have problems to talk with her at all. Like, you're going to have this powerful confidence that you guys are going to click instantly if you happen to meet each other. This is going to be very powerful because you're going to see yourself taking the actions to just keep improving and improving. And the better you are, the better your girl is going to be. The more attractive you are, the more attractive she's going to be. So try to become the man that deserves that girl. And for God's sake, just have some standards. If you've been working this hard, just don't pick up any random girl. Men don't have standards at all. They basically just pick any kind of girl that pays attention, even if it's just a little bit. And then they wonder why things go bad. Because you can meet a girl and you see very clearly the red flags, but then you just cover your eyes and try to ignore them through the whole relationship. So what were you expecting to happen? Just have some high standards, and it's only going to be positive, because if you have high standards for her, that means that you're going to also have high standards for yourself. And I'm not going to lie, you're gonna feel tempted. You're going to see how girls actually pay attention to you, or you're going to see a chance of being with someone and you're gonna have to feel tempted to just do it. But bro, just take some time and really think about it. Is that girl actually high quality? Is she worth it? You already went through a breakup before and you know why that didn't work out. So if you're seeing the same alerts with this girl and you know that it can end up just like that, why are you going to do it? So please, just don't. Have some respect for yourself. That's why everyone break up nowadays. That's why there's so many divorces. That's why there's a lot of men getting horned, because people, and especially men, don't have standards. Men just pick someone randomly all the time and they keep doing it again and again. They expect different results. So be different, do the things right. And you know what, I get it. Maybe even after applying all this, you're still going to feel like she was the love of your life and this is too painful, and that's okay. But life goes on. Yes, probably you don't want to hear that because everyone keeps saying the same over and over again. You feel like life has to stop for you, but that's not true. It doesn't matter how you feel, life goes on. And if life is going on, you can't let this tear you apart. You have to keep improving. You have to keep moving forward, because instead of complaining and crying, you could be working right now of making your life so great and enjoyable for yourself and the people that you genuinely love, the ones that are still in your life right now. So just forget about everything else and just keep building up your dream life, and don't let anything to be in your way. If you are in the path of becoming that ideal man that we just talked before, please like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can be growing all together and keep working hard, man.